Good morning, beautiful, blessed people. My name is Sydney, and today, honestly, I don't really have anything on my mind to give advice about today. Usually, I have, a theme in my head, or just, things come into my head, or I ask God, what do these beautiful people need to hear? What advice do they need? And honestly, I'm not feeling I'm just feeling insecure, to be honest. So maybe that's just what people need to hear today. A lot of people really resonated with my codependency video about how crazy you can feel when you go through a breakup and they're just not giving you attention anymore and shit. Basically, I'm just feeling insecure, so insecure. Why did I say it like that? I'm just feeling really insecure, and it's driving me fucking crazy. And it's kind of just the same shit I was talking about before, but yeah, I don't have advice, but maybe me talking about my feelings could help somebody else feel related to, because I don't want to just not film. It's my goal to try and film every day, and I do believe that you don't always have to have something to say. Sometimes you just speaking is what needed to be said. Does that make sense? You don't need to have a plan to go in with it, but yeah, I'm just feeling really insecure about myself. And okay, listen, I think I'm okay. I have a lot of good thoughts about myself, okay? I have a lot of things about my personality that I love. I think I'm a good person. I think I'm really pretty. What is that quote from Mean Girls? I don't know. You think you're really pretty? Whatever. Anyways, I do think I'm pretty. I think I'm great. I think so many great things about myself. But I feel like I don't get treated like I'm great by the people that I want to be treated like that by. And again, don't even come for me for saying that I think I'm pretty or anything good about myself. I already talked about this in the past videos. There's nothing wrong with thinking that you're great. Why wouldn't you? If you don't love yourself, who will? This is your fucking life. You're literally the main character of your life. So if you're not telling yourself good things, then who the fuck is? So what, you're just me shitting on yourself? No, we're not doing it. So anyways, yes, I think I'm pretty. I think I'm great. I think I'm cool. But the people that I want to see me that way don't, or at least they don't tell me. And that's kind of why I'm insecure, because I'm just why do I feel I'm so this, but you aren't telling me that, or you aren't seeing me that? And I've just never, I didn't really grow up with words of affirmation in my life. And I feel out of all the 5 love languages, that's what I've noticed society struggles with the most. I feel acts of service and gift giving is really easy to do. You can do something for somebody or give them a gift, and you don't have to be all mushy about it, and they can appreciate it, and you don't have to feel cringe. There's something about words of affirmation to me that are so cringe, and it's because I didn't grow up with my parents really doing that as a love language, and they didn't really grow up with theirs doing that, and the cycle continues. And I've just noticed that in a lot of people around me too. They're not good at it either. And I realized I crave that in a person. I crave that in my next partner. I really want words of affirmation, but I do know that means I'll also have to do that, and I have to get over me thinking it's cringe. And it's how can I expect somebody to love me in a certain way when I'm not even able to love someone else that way? And it's I want to tell people things, but here's the other thing. There have been times where I'm okay, you know what, life is short, I'm feeling passionate, I'm gonna tell this person how I feel. And it's not even somebody I'm dating, it could be a friend, somebody that I've been admiring, and I just think about them, and I'm wow, I'm gonna tell them that. I tell them that thing, and it's always they always respond kind of weird, they don't really appreciate or care, and then they never say anything nice to me. And it's okay, yeah, I can't go into things expecting people to just say things to me. That's not why you're supposed to be nice. But at the same time, it's it just makes you not want to do it. But then you also have to keep in mind that they're probably responding like that because words of affirmation make them uncomfortable too. And then I think about how I respond when somebody compliments me, and I'm so fucking awkward, and I probably come off such a bitch. But the truth is, I literally just don't want to come off egotistical, but also I feel uncomfortable that you're complimenting me, because you know what I mean? So it's the cycle continues. Oh my god, I'm swerving. The cycle continues, and it's bro, I just want to tell people, and I want them to tell me, and I don't want it to be fucking weird. So it's like, and you know what I loved? Like, I want to talk about my brother. He passed away 2 years ago. This is what I fucking love about him, is he wouldn't always like do it in person, like sometimes, but over text, he would always just randomly text me and my sister or like my mom and just say something really sweet and nice about us. And he was just like, I feel like he was like me, where like I always randomly think about people and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna tell them. And he would do that shit too. And like, he's the only other person I've met that does that. And it's like, I want more people like that in my life. And it sucks that like he's gone, and like he was one of those people that just liked making people feel good and like lifting them up for no reason other than just because he thought of them. It was so special, and I want other people to be like that. And I understand that like if I want that, I have to be that, but it gets so disheartening. Is that the word? It gets so just like, yeah, disheartening when you keep trying to do that and then you never get it reciprocated to you, or you do it to the wrong people. And then I always tell myself like, oh, just because they can't love you back doesn't mean you shouldn't love them. Like, I always think back, because again, I said how sometimes I think about religious stuff, even though I'm not like really religious, like I'm more spiritual, but I do think about religion a lot. Sometimes I think about how like, what would Jesus do? Like, Jesus would love even if no one loved him back. Like he wouldn't expect anything in return, and that's not the point of love, is to expect it. You love because you are love, and because you love, like you can't help but love, so you just love. And so I always think about that, like, okay, just because they can't tell you doesn't mean you shouldn't tell them, and just because they don't feel it or they're not connected to themselves doesn't mean you can't be connected and express yourself to them. And that's the thing, is like, you have to have balance with that, because you can do that and that's great, but if you're not strong enough with your boundaries and like your expectations, you can start to feel depleted. Like, oh my god, I feel like I'm loving this person so much and I'm never getting anything back. And it's like, you can't continue to pour into somebody just for the sake of like love and like being a good person. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, at some point you do have to be like, okay, you know what, it's not that I'm gonna stop loving, it's more of like I'm gonna pull my love into myself and harness it until I'm ready to share it with somebody that actually appreciates it. You know what I mean? Like, because I used to believe like, oh, just be a loving person no matter who's on the receiving end, because that says more about you than it does them. Like, you shouldn't stop being who you are just because people can't receive it. But at the same time, it's like, no, it's not about stopping being who you are. It's not showing who you are to everybody, because they don't deserve it, because they don't deserve to experience that part of you. And that's something I'm still trying to come to terms with, because I have this core belief that's like, okay, but everybody deserves love and everybody deserves your positivity. And it's like, no, they don't. Like, I'm sorry, they don't. Like, maybe deep down at their core, their inner child does, but who they are now, do they deserve you to just be nice and do things for them and express? And no, like, save that for yourself. Don't give it away if it's going to drain you. And that's what often happens with me, is I put myself in that headspace and then I let it drain me, and then I just keep telling myself, oh, well, you're just being a good person and you shouldn't stop being who you are. And it's like, no, like, it's not about that. It's just about holding in who I am and saving it for the right person, because I don't want to be depleted of my love. Because oftentimes when like you're somebody that feels energy really deeply, like, you're not very good at like keeping it for yourself. It's kind of like all out there and all over the place. And so me giving love to people, it's not like I can just regenerate that and have more for myself. It's almost like my love starts up here and then I give it out, and then all of a sudden it's like I have none for myself. And so that's kind of, again, like my focus this year. Is this light ever gonna turn green? Like, what is happening, bro? That's kind of my goal for this year, is to like focus more on myself and stop trying to save everybody. Like, that's another thing with me, is like I have this idea that I'm meant to like show people love that they've never experienced before. I don't know why I'm getting emotional. What the fuck? Oh my god, sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm an emotional person. I'm getting emotional because the reason that I'm like that, oh my god, okay, let me reel it in. Woo! Let me reel it in! The reason that I'm like that is because I literally see everybody as their inner child, and then I think about myself and how I felt as a child, and I'm like, I don't want them to feel the way I felt. And the fact that I know that other people feel the way I felt and they're not even aware of it. Like, I feel like I'm really self-aware. Like, I remember, bro, being like a baby. I'm not joking. I have these faint memories of like being a baby, and I just remember how I felt, and I just did not feel good. I didn't feel taken care of. I didn't feel loved. I felt so fucking abandoned. And I know that like most people on this planet also felt that way, but like they're not even self-aware. Like, they haven't even come to terms with it, and so they do all these things from their subconscious abandonment wounds, and they don't even realize it. And so because I can see that in people, like, I feel like I can read people so well and kind of like what their issues are or like their healing areas are, because I can see that in them. I feel so fucking bad, and I'm just like, I want to be the one to show you love that you've never experienced, because you deserve that. But it's like, yes, again, their inner child does, but it's like they're not the inner child anymore. They're grown up. And I've done this a lot, where these people that were once broken inner child have become sour and become evil, and that's who they are now. And you can try and love them and love them and love them, and they will just keep taking from you. And if you've ever been the type of person that's gotten into like a narcissistic relationship, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, you just want to fix them, and it's like, they can't be fixed. Like, none of us can be fixed by somebody else. No, none of us can be fixed by somebody else's love. And it all comes down to you taking matters into your own hands and loving yourself the way that no one else ever could. And that's the hard part of all of this, is because I have so much love to give, but I also need to fix myself and stop trying to fix other people. And that's, oh my god, I don't know how I got on this whole topic of abandonment wounds, but this explains why I am the way I am, why I'm so like, I get stuck in relationships, and I just want to, and I just can't help it, but it's like, I'm really, really, really trying to overcome that, and it's fucking hard. It's fucking hard not being like a lover girl and wanting to fix everybody, because that's literally like my goal and dream of this YouTube channel too. I want to help people. Like the only thing that I want is to help people and make them feel good about themselves. Like, I don't want anybody to ever feel the way I felt, and if I can relieve it in any way, I want to. And same in relationships. Like, I want people to always become their best selves and just be good. Like, I just feel like life is so beautiful, and we all deserve to be at our highest potential. And it's like, if I have the chance and the ability to, I want to help somebody feel that way. But again, like, you can't, and it's so fucking hard, and it literally breaks my heart. Like, because it feels like I'm hurting them by not helping them. But at the end of the day, it's like, you can't help somebody. Like, you can try and like make it a little bit better, but you cannot make somebody see their own light. And it's so fucking frustrating. And again, like, if you've ever seen somebody in an abusive relationship, or they're addicted to something, and it's like, you can see it clear as day. Like, you're just running from yourself. And if only you could see what I see in you. Why am I gonna cry again? Woo! It's like, if only like you could see. Guys, this is my luteal phase, bro. Like, this is being a girl in her luteal phase. I literally cry over like people. Like, I'm literally I'm crying for people in my head that I don't even know who I'm crying for. I'm just crying for people. Bro, I need to like, oh my god, I'm actually so crazy. But anyways, yeah, so like, if only you could see how amazing and beautiful you are to me. Like, if only you could see all the talents that I see in you, all the skills that I see in you, all of the things that you do. It's like the little ways that you talk, the ways that you smile, like all of those things. You don't realize like how important that is to everybody. And then I'm thinking too, like, I wonder if anybody thinks this about me. I don't know. If you're somebody that wonders, oh my god, I need to stop crying, because I need to get this message across. If you're somebody that wonders if they are loved, because I do every day, I guarantee that you are. Because I am just gonna put it out into the universe that I pray and I hope that I'm not the only one that thinks about people like this. I really, 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 I'm gonna have faith that there's other people that think of others and they don't just think of themselves. and they look at people and see their beauty. And even if they don't tell them, and even if they don't tell me, I am praying to God that people see other people this way, because I just feel like it's so important. And I just wish we could tell each other this shit, but it's like, you can't. It's like, why? Like, why do I have to be on Molly or fucking LSD or shrooms to tell people this shit? Like, and for them to receive it. Like, I'm so sick of like the party culture, because it's like, it makes you feel so yourself, and then it wears off and you go back to fucking normal, and everybody goes back to not caring about themselves. And it's like, I just want us to be like high on this love and fucking like tell each other, but then it's like, you can't, because once you start telling somebody, then that whole cycle of them not being able to accept it, and then you getting depleted, it all continues. And it's like, Jesus Christ, if we could all just equally love ourselves and love each other at full max, I literally feel like everything would be okay. I sound like that girl again, like I'm talking about Mean Girls, the fucking girl in the back that's like, why can't we all just love each other? Like, that's how I feel today, guys. Like, that's the energy I'm on right now. And it's like, oh my God, bro, like, what is going on? Like, I did not expect this to go this way. But again, I said I had nothing to talk about other than my emotions, and these are my emotions. They're just coming out of me. But again, I just want to reiterate, if you're somebody that's like struggling with self-worth, or maybe you want to die, just know that, like, even if I have never seen you, I promise you, you are beautiful. Your smile, the way you laugh, the jokes you tell, the stories you tell, something about you is fucking beautiful and amazing, and it makes somebody's day. Like, please know that your presence is so fucking needed here. Like, why would God put you here? Like, really think about like how far you had to evolve to be here right now. Why would you be here for no reason? Your life is not worthless. Your life is not pointless. Like, you are needed here. Maybe you don't know why yet, but I promise you, like, there's a reason why, and you cannot think that you aren't special, because you fucking are. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna clock out, because I'm honestly just like, I think I said what I had to say, and I think the message was good. So if anybody who's watching, I appreciate you so much. You are so fucking cool. You have so many talents and abilities. Use your light and your personality for good. Help somebody today. And if you like my vibe, make sure you subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!